All right, we announced a couple of weeks ago that the David Pakman Show will be ceasing operations in New York City. We will be moving to Boston, Massachusetts, where we will be partnering with some new media companies with the goal of expanding the reach and platform of the show. Some of the things we plan to do involve bringing Lewis on full-time as production manager of all programming operations, bringing on an additional co-host to start being able to, for example, when I'm on vacation, the show could continue if we had another co-host. They would also be able to do original programming and some investigative journalism. We want to upgrade the studio and create a mobile studio that we could easily take to debates, conventions, what have you. All of this is going to be partially funded by a big Indiegogo fundraiser that we are going to be starting sooner than later. So I wanted to get a few things out there to give people a sense of what's going to be going on. Early in June, we will be starting this fundraiser. The premiums are going to be fantastic. We're going to offer some really, really great perks. A lot of our members know about this already. Of course, bumper stickers and all of our gear will be available, t-shirts and hoodies and zip-ups, all made from recycled fabric. That's a given, Lewis. Those are popular items, and of course, we want to keep those available as perks.
Yeah, of course. Those are the go-to David Pakman stuff.
We also have exclusively for the upcoming fundraiser, a David Pakman Show viewer who is a really great artist, Andrew World, has created 2 different 1970s style movie posters that are Hatriot Male and David Pakman Show themed. So from far away, if you see it on the wall, it would look like a movie poster for a 1970s era movie. But when you get closer, you realize it's a really clever Hatriot Male David Pakman Show reference. Those posters will be available in limited quantities, signed or unsigned, autographed or unautographed, at your choice as part of the fundraiser. We will also have the voicemail messages, and this time the voicemail messages involve you could have Lewis or you could have me record your voicemail greeting, your outgoing voicemail message, but also the voice of Hatriot Male, Lewis, has agreed to do, we're still negotiating the number, to do a few outgoing voicemail messages for our audience. If you want to have the voice of Hatriot Male, this is a top-notch, world-renowned voiceover artist who is willing to voice your outgoing voicemail message as a perk for the campaign. Lewis, that is a very cool premium.
It would be, if I were a member or a fan of the show, it'd be very hard for me not to go for that one.
Also Hatriot Male related, if you want to be the voice of Hatriot Male, you will have the opportunity to acquire a perk in our fundraiser, which allows you to voice an episode of Hatriot Male. So we would send you the script after we get the hate mail from a viewer, and you would record it, and then 1 week, your voice would be the voice of Hatriot Male that week. It will be, of course, the responsibility of the viewer to ensure that they have the right equipment for recording it, right? I mean, we can't provide that, but I think that that is a very exciting premium also. Being the voice of Hatriot Male is one of the most popular show segments now.
Yeah, and you don't need a $10,000 microphone. You just need to have a clear and high quality recording. And we'll put the music behind it, and I think it could be really exciting.
Lifetime memberships will be available. You could become associate producer of the show. You will be able to, again, purchase my microphone, the actual microphone I use on the show. I will sign it and send it to you. That will be an available premium. And this is something a lot of people have recommended. Some other people like Tom Hartman and Amy Goodman do this. There will be a premium where you can come tour our new studio once it is up and running in Boston, Massachusetts. And then after that, Lewis and I will take you and one other person to dinner. Of course, your responsibility for getting to Boston, Massachusetts. But really a broad variety. Perks are going to run, Lewis, from $9 all the way up to $20,000 for a dedication of the new studio. There's something there for everybody.
I think so. I think that we've covered the gamut here. I hope that people like this. That's all we can say about it, really.
If you are interested in being an early donor to the campaign, we have found that campaigns do best when on day one, there's already some chunk of money raised. Going in and donating when there's only $25 raised is not always the most appealing thing to donors. So if you're interested in being an early donor where you would have the opportunity to donate and claim whatever perks you like, including the ones available only in limited quantities, before anybody else gets in there, let me know. And we will put you on a list and you'll be able to make an early contribution, and that will help us get things off to a fast start. So very, very exciting. And of course, as an ongoing thing, we are close to halfway with committed and tentatively committed investors with regard to investment on the David Pakman Show. If that's something you want to find out more about at higher levels, higher giving levels, you can get in touch and say, hey, David, I'd like the information about being an investor. We are starting to wrap that up, so please do get in touch as far as that goes. And of course, the membership program always has been and continues to be and will continue to be the primary funding source of the show. So if you've enjoyed the work we've been doing, you're not so interested in doing an Indiegogo contribution, just become a membership. We're talking about pennies a day. Great perks come with that. And you can find out more at davidpakman.com/membership about that. So great program for you on this Friday. Glad you're here.